A drone on middle C. Okay. Maybe C in a fourth or fifth. Close your eyes. Everyone sit up straight. Dim the lights a little bit, otherwise Ramananda Saka will get mad. A little more volume on the drone. We need a microphone on it. These are world famous garlands. Okay. Now we're going to chant the Maha mantra together, but we're going to do it very slowly. The first half of the mantra, we'll take one full exhalation, and then we'll take a couple seconds to inhale deeply and do the second part of the mantra. So you can meditate deeply on the mantra. You're not thinking about finishing everything. Just be fully absorbed in the sound vibration. Are you ready? Are you ready? No, I'm asking her. What's her name? Janavi? Are you ready? Janavi's ready. Are you ready? You ready? 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 You were born ready. Ready? Ready? Okay. Armand's our man. You're ready. Say yes. Okay. Close your eyes. Sit up straight like a yogi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Inhale. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Try to hear every syllable. Deep breath. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Last chance. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Keep your eyes closed and just sit for a moment and think about the mantra in your mind, how the vibration has gone through the room, into your ears, gone into your heart. And see the syllables of the Maha Mantra. And think about how sound carries consciousness, how this sound vibration is directly Krishna himself. At any moment, when you're feeling an anxiety, when you realize your existential situation as a drop of water on a leaf could fall off at any moment, you know you can take shelter by chanting the Maha Mantra. Okay, now open your eyes. And now we're going to sing from an ancient text. It's written down by Srila Rupa Goswami hundreds of years ago. There were no Apple Watches back then. And he had received the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. He consolidated them in this one simple book called the Upadesamrita. So everyone here can memorize all of these verses and meditate on them and use them regularly to teach Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message to people all over the world. Does everyone agree? Okay, 30% agreed. Let's sing the Sanskrit together. Ready? Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam jihva vegam udarapasta vegam etan veganyo vishaheta dhira sarvamapi mam pritivim sashishyan atyahara prayashascha prajalpo niyamagraha janashangascha lauyam cha shadbhir bhaktir vinashyati utsahan nishchayad dharyat tat tat karma pravartanat sangatyagat sato vrate shadbhir bhakti prasidyati dadati pratigunati kuhyamakyati prishyati punkte bojayate chaiva shadvidam priti lakshanam krishneti yassa giditam manasadriyeta ikshasti chet pranati bishcha bhajantamisham shushrushraya bhajana vignamananyananya nindari shunya hidamipsita sangalabhya drishtai sabhava janitar vapushascha doshar na prakritatvam bhaktya janasya pashye Gangam basam nakalubud budapena pankar Brahmadravapam apagachati niradharmai Syat Krishna nama charitari sitaptya vidya Pitto pataptya rasanasya narochikanu Kintwavaradhanudilam kalusaiva chushta Svadvikramad bhavati tad gadamula hantri Tannama rupa charitari sukirtananu Smrityo kramena rasanama nasini yojja Tishtam vrajetananuragi chananugami Kalam nayeda kidamityupadesha saram Vaikuntajjanito varamadupurita trapiratsotsavat Vrindaranya mudara paniramana tatrapi govardhanaha. Radha kunda mihapi gokulapate premamrita lavanad. Kuryadasya virajato giritate sevam vavekinaka. Karmibhya parito hare priyataya vyaktim yayurnyaninas. Debyo jnana vimukta bhakti parama premaika nishtastata. Debyasta pashupala pankada drishas tabyo pisaradika. Preshta tadvadiyam tadiya sarasi tamna shayetka kriti. Krishnasyo chai pranayavasiti priyasyo piradha. Kundam chasya munibirabitas tadrigeva vyadayi. Yat preshtar apyalam asulabam kim punar bhakti bhajam. Tat premedam sakrit api saras natur avishkaroti. Shri Ish Upadesamrita Sampurnam Radhe Shyam. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities. 1. Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. 2. Over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. 3. Talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. 4. Pursuing to scriptural rules and regulations only for this following them, and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. 5. Associating with worldly-minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. And 6. Being greedy for mundane achievements. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. 1. Being enthusiastic. 2. Endeavoring with confidence. 3. Being patient. 4. Acting according to the regular principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. 5. Abandoning the association of non-devotees. And 6. Following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad, and offering prasad are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. One should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation, Diksha, and is engaged in worshiping the deity. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with the body. Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee's having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body, or a diseased or infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee. But despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the waters of the Ganges, which sometimes during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam, and mud. The Ganges waters do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bathe in the Ganges without considering the condition of the water. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, ignorance, cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraja, Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan because of Krishna's Rasa Leela pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna. It was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radhakund stands supreme, for it is over-flooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radhakund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? In the Shastra it is said that of all types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, jnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. He is superior to others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her kund, lake, is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis. Who then will not reside at Radhakund and in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings of Prakrita Bhava, and render loving service to the divine couple, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtaka Lila Lila, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radhakund are the most fortunate people in the universe. Of the many objects of favored delight, and of all the lovable damsels of Brajabhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love, and in every respect her divine kund is described by great sages as similarly dear to him. Undoubtedly, Radha Kund is very rarely attained, even by the great devotees. Therefore, it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. Bathe once. His love. Radha Krishna Bolo Re Shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Bolo Re Shobai. Eshikadia Shobnodia Reche Neche Gornita. Haribo Bolore Shikadia. Come on now, you gotta put your hands up. Bhakti Vino. Come on now. Hari Bolo Re Jai Sakal Vito. Which one is it? The other one. Let's see what you got. Okay, everybody. No, you don't have to be quiet. Make as much noise as you want. I'm just saying, okay, everybody. But I don't want you to freak out in this next bhajan. Don't freak out. Ah, you're already freaking out. Okay, come on, put up the bhajan. Yeah, I told you to freak out. Okay. What's the other one? This is Sham Sham Sham. There's the other one just like this. What's the other one that's just like this that we have the slides up? What? Krishna Jinka Naam Hai. Sorry, I get the two mixed up in my head. Krishna Jinka Nam Hai Gokula Jinka Dame Gokulananda, Radha Gopinata, Radha Gopi Vallabha, Radha Kirchor Gopinata, Radha Kirchor Gopi, Radha Kunja Vihari, Radha Landanishwara, Gandharvika Girihari, Radha Nila Madhava, Radha Perishwara, Radha Parthasarthi, Radha Radhanatha, Radha Ramana, Radha Rasbihari, Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Rukmini Draupadi, Kishore Kishore, Radha Govinda, Radha Kalachandji, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. So real life means to go see Radha Krishna, come to the Mangalartik. No one can have a good life separate from Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhayam Dvitiya Binibesha Tasyad Ishada Petasya Viparyo Smiti. Means whenever we're separated from Krishna, we feel fear. Our real lot in life is very simple. We're servants of Krishna. And if we just stick to what we do best, which is serving Krishna, then we'll be happy automatically. As soon as we want to own something, as soon as we want to control something, unless it's for Krishna, we'll feel very unhappy. And whatever happiness there is in the material world, you only get a glimpse of it. I was walking down the street this morning, my morning walk early, and I saw how things are always changing. And I was thinking how any beauty you see in this world, you only get one glimpse and then it's gone. Like people want to be young for a long time and look very beautiful, but they only get 1 second of that, and then it crosses over and you start going the other way. So we don't want just a glimpse. We want the full-on beauty of the spiritual world. We want to be able to see Krishna always, and the beauty of the devotees, which is loving, In the world today, people mistreat each other so much, exploiting just for being more comfortable themselves. But the real happiness in life comes from serving others by seeing them pick up the transcendental vibration and become happy themselves. No sense of exploitation of others, only trying to do good. This is the real life of Krishna consciousness. So we're very fortunate to have this opportunity. A little window of time is all we have. Short window. We would like to make our mark here in this world on behalf of all the great acharyas, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, who gave so much attention to everyone. You can listen to lectures where there are people who seem unacquainted and also sometimes unreasonable or just not able to grasp exactly what Prabhupada's teaching them, even though it's very simple. Guests who come. And I always think how much time he spent with so many people, despite the fact that some of them were not very qualified to hear what he had to say. It's much nicer to sit with people very advanced in knowledge who appreciate Bhagavatam and can drink the mellows and then hear and chant with them. But Prabhupada spent all this time teaching people who had no idea what it was. But his great joy was watching people come up to this level of appreciating Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita and what to speak of sharing it with others. And he left it to us. That's our greatest wealth, that he bequeathed to us the service to pass on what he gave and walk in the same footprints that he left behind for us to walk in. And one thing's for sure, because I heard him say it directly, is he wanted us to read his books. He spent so much time on his books. A literary career is not so easy. But then if you add to it managing an international movement and taking care of people individually, how Prabhupada was able to write over 80 books is no small miracle. He gave up his sleeping just so he could spend time all night long writing. And so if we try to use the same kind of enthusiasm to read his books as he did in writing them, and he told us, I was there in his room with a few other devotees. My friend Keshav Bharti was a grahasta at the time, now he's a sannyasi. We came in the room and Prabhupada told us, he looked right at us and said, you must also read my books, because he already heard that we were distributing them, and he said, you must read these books. So we have everything needed, the holy name, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada's purports, and we just take advantage of it for this one short lifetime and try to give it to as many people as possible, then we'll be very successful. There's a little ledger. It's kept throughout our lifetime. We know from the Sri Upanishad, right? Which verse means we have a ledger. Vayunilamamritam atedam bashvantam shariram om krato smara kritam smara krato smara kritam smara. Let this temporary body be burnt to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, and because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you. And Prabhupada writes in his purport, you don't have to remind Krishna. He knows everything. So now we'll take time, because we're a tight-knit community, to share a few realizations in the mood of Guyam Akyati Prachati. Realizations means your souls, we're all souls here, but we're walking around in a human body, and you see stuff, right? You feel things, and you're processing it through Krishna consciousness. So how are you doing that? And how's it going? And what's on your mind? What kinds of feelings are you having? Are you worried? Are you happy? Coping? What is it? Everybody needs to hear it, because We're humans, and nowadays there's not much human interaction in the world. So we can at least do it here. Sharing means caring. Yes. Microphone on aisle 1, please.
Thank you, Maharaj, for such a beautiful evening. Every time you have this, it feels we want more and more. So I was meditating on one verse as Sri Ramnavami is coming up. Last week you were asking about death, and I was actually thinking about this verse. This verse says, Varjanam bhava bijanam, arjanam sukha sampadam, tarjanam yamadutanam, rama rameti gharjanam. It says that the person who does something, his bhava bija, the seed of material existence, is actually fried. A seed, when it's fried, it no longer fructifies. So varjanam bhava bijanam, arjanam sukha sampadam. So while he is living in this world, he enjoys the happiness of this world. Arjanam sukha sampadam and tarjanam yamadutanam. But at the time of death, Yamadutas are actually run away from him. What is that person doing? He's actually doing Rama Rameti Garjanam. He's loudly chanting the name of Lord Sri Ram. So Sri Ram Bhagwan ki jai.
Yeah, the Upadesamrita mentions that for the devotees, they're all Vishnu Dutas are always there, even though we don't see them. Like we say, guardian angels, they're watching out for the devotees. Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam. Thanks for the nice evening. So I was just reflecting. We had opportunity to do yatra with you a few days in Mayapur. Then some of your team in the yatra, we went to Vrindavan, including Jagrani Mataji, and Akruranath Prabhu was also there right after the Mayapur yatra. And then when we return, like today we are having again the same kirtan, same Krishna Katha. So I was thinking actually there is no difference whether we are doing Krishna Katha in Dham and here, when we are doing it with devotees and with you, it's all same, it's all like feeling I am still in Dham. So just wanted to share this. Thank you.
Yeah, it's such an important point because our bhajan is where we live in life and spiritually. The more we develop our own bhajan, where we have a taste for our personal practice every day, that's the level that we're at in our devotional service. Because that's the real wealth, is to have a taste for hearing and chanting. And if you have devotional practices that you look forward to every day, it's what motivates you when you get up. It's the first thing you think of, that let me complete this. Then you're living the life of one moving very quickly back home, back to Godhead, because it's that vibration and the taste for it that attracts us to the spiritual world. Thank you, Prabhu, for mentioning that. Yes. 1, 2.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. We went to book distribution this Saturday. It was me, Hari, Yash, Kaylee, Madhav Govind Prabhu, Krishna Saka Prabhu, and like a few other Prabhus and Matajis. And then at the start, we gave a book to an African American man, and he just sat down nearby at the ledge. He was like buying lottery tickets and like finding out how much money he earned. And then he came back after some time. He came back to us and he said he earned $150, and he said thank you so much. And then we asked for like a donation we asked for a donation. He gave us $20. But then Hari was reminded of the verse Chaturveda Bhajante Mam, where like 4 types of people come to the Lord, and how people who are want to seek knowledge, who want wealth, I think, and then I forgot the
Distress.
Oh yeah, who are distressed, and the last one is
Knowledge of the absolute truth.
yeah, who want knowledge. Yeah, knowledge of the absolute truth. But yeah, we were just thinking how he got a book, and the Lord rewarded him accordingly.
So now we should cover all the lotto places, right? You sure you want to go in there without buying a book? Because we know a guy. He won $150 just the other day. No, we only take 17% off the top. Okay. Well done. Just knowing that you were out there gives me great solace. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you for the beautiful kirtan. I'm just reflecting on how there's so much less stress in my life now that I just if I let Krishna take control of the results, so I don't have to worry about it. I just have to do my work, and then Krishna will take care of the rest. And I find great comfort in that. And there's just a lot of.
This is the essence. It's in the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that one who has renounced the fruits of his work is truly renounced. So it doesn't mean you can't work in the world. It just means you're not attached to the fruits. Being attached doesn't make any sense anyway because you can't keep it. It's not yours to take off the top. But you have a right to do the service, which is actually the bliss of life, is to be engaged in the proper way. Otherwise, Krishna says we can't remain idle. We won't be able to live, actually, or eat. What to speak of, we won't feel satisfied. But how we work, that's the most important point that you're bringing out, that we're not attached to the result. Yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Ready? Yeah. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Go ahead.
So I wanted to say that.
Speak up just a little more, or turn his mic up.
So I wanted to say that, whenever I'm bored or stuff, there's this book. It says in the front cover, it says it's gonna answer all your questions. Okay, and then so I think if it's gonna answer all my questions, it doesn't answer all my questions. For example, I have questions. Why do I exist here? It doesn't answer that question. Why? How is Krishna supposed to be here and there at the same time? It doesn't answer that question either. There are only weird questions there. So I was thinking, as long as people think we are the body and not the soul, and they don't know anything about the soul, they'll do these kind of questions, these kind of weird questions. Why do zebra have stripes and stuff? So my realization was that when people think that they're the body, they'll never really understand Krishna and the spiritual aspect of stuff. But then when they think they're the soul, they're going to actually start thinking, oh, what is my soul like? And then once they learn that the soul likes Krishna, that they want to go back, the soul wants to go back home, back to Godhead, that's when they'll actually start becoming Krishna conscious.
Very nice, very nice. So, actually, the sages at Naimisharanya came together for that purpose, to find out what will actually satisfy the soul. Who can say the verse number and the verse where that question is answered in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto? Work with me, people. Yes, who has their hand up? Oh, we got a pundit back there, okay. You guys got to be fast. Prabhu, did you get your mic? Okay, go ahead. Tell us the verse.
Hare Krishna. So Maharaj, it is Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yado Bhakti Radokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati.
And it means?
Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yado Bhakti Radokshaje. The supreme occupation, for all living entities is to perform devotion service unto Adokshaja, who is Lord Krishna, in Ahaituki Apratihata. Ahaituki means unmotivated. Apratihata means uninterrupted. So one has to perform devotion service without any motivations and interruptions to get actual happiness. Yayatma suprasidati means one will derive the ultimate pressure.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay. Now, I want everybody to look around the room and find somebody that you haven't met before. See if you can notice anybody you haven't met before. Can you notice anybody in the room you haven't met? Okay, if you find somebody. Okay, when I say 3, I want you to get up and just introduce yourself to the person that you haven't met yet. Tell your name, address, social security number, and then exchange, okay? On your mark, get set, go. Meet somebody that you haven't talked to before. Here, sit here. What's your name? Bihar? Yeah, Bihar. I remember you. I saw you a couple weeks ago, but we didn't meet yet. My name is Vaisheshika. I got that name from Prabhupada. Yeah, where are you from? I see. That's a suburb within Fremont, huh? Is it a gated community? It means you have to go through a security thing to get into your unit. What grade are you in? Oh, 3rd grade. What's your name? Prashant? Prashant. My name's Vaish. V-A-I-S-H. People call me Vaish for short. Because Vaisheshika gets too long. So do you guys get along? What grade are you in? Is it fun? Do you like painting? Really? Can I see one of your paintings sometimes? Please paint one. What's your name? You can stay. Huh? Rohan, nice to meet you. Okay. Nice to meet you again. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev, if you so desire, please give us a taste for hearing and chanting. So the first thing we think about every morning when we wake up is chanting your holy names, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, doing our bhajan. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone who agrees with this prayer in whole or in part, please unmute and say Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarishya, Kripasindhaveva, Patitanam Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha, Nantakoti Vaishnavini.